there's a right way to do Disneyland, and then there's a wrong way to do Disneyland. And I'm gonna give you 5 tips to make sure that you have the best Disneyland vacation ever. Now, we all know that Disneyland is expensive. There's no secrets about it. Whether you had to pay for flights or hotel, the park tickets, the food there, the gifts there, the treats there, whatever it is that you're spending money on, it's money. So the worst thing you can do is show up to the park and wing it. There is so much to do in Disney, whether it be food or shows or events or attractions, characters, that if you just show up and wing it as a newcomer to Disney, you're gonna miss so much. Now, don't get me wrong, you will catch a few shows or do characters and it could end up okay, but why leave it to chance? You just spent thousands of dollars on this vacation. Why not ensure that you're doing exactly what you want to do? You could end up one kid wanting to ride Space Mountain, and then the next ride that you want to ride is going to be Pirates, and then another kid wants to ride Minnie and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and then come back up to Indiana Jones. You're going to be running every which way through a crowded park in the heat, and it's not going to be fun. It's going to bring you more frustration and more stress than anything. Number 2, make sure you download the Disneyland app. Now, this app has everything on it, including a map of the park. Both parks. You can check out the lands and what those rides have to offer in each land, be it Adventureland, Fantasyland, Frontierland, Tomorrowland, Star Wars, Toontown. You will know where the rides are. With rides, you can also figure out where food is at. Churro stands, you can see where things are. Some characters are on there, some show times, fireworks, parades, events, whatever is gonna be on that app. So take time, download it, get to understand that app before you get there, because you're gonna need it. Oh, and one of the biggest things that app has is where the restrooms are in Disneyland. Disneyland's huge, and there's nothing worse than when a 2-year-old tells you, I gotta go to the bathroom really, really, really bad, and you do not know where the bathroom is at, and you're running around Disneyland in a crowded area, trying to lose the stroller, find the diaper bag, whatever it is. Don't do it. The app has it on there and it will show you exactly where the bathrooms are for those moments. All right, tip number 3, rope dropping. Now, rope dropping is probably the best use of your money and of your time. Rope dropping is just that. Getting there when the park opens. Now, if the park opens at 8, that's getting to the park by 7:30 and getting in line behind the rope, hence the rope drop. Cast member drops the rope at 8 o'clock in the morning. You are free to head to that land or to that desired ride, whatever it is, and to get in line for that. Now, the thing with rope drop is you need to have a backup plan with rope drop. In Disneyland, the biggest ride that's going to be rope dropped is Rise of the Resistance still. Now, if Rise is down, or if you're unable to get there early enough and you're in the back of the pack, maybe you want to use your second option and go ride something else. In California Adventure, the ride that gets rope dropped the most is still Cars. Now, Cars is not a new ride by any means, but it's still the most popular ride in California Adventure. I've had many times where I have gone and rope dropped Cars, and the Cars ride A, didn't open on time, or B, just had some maintenance issues, and you have to decide if standing in line for an hour on rope drop is worth it to you. So have a backup plan. All right, tip number 4, mobile order. Now, mobile ordering is nothing new, but every time I go to Disney or California Adventure, there's always people that don't know how to work it. Now, if you've downloaded the Disneyland app, you're starting to see things, you're starting to see the restaurants, and you can see on there, make a dining reservation or order food. What I recommend, especially if it's something very popular, like in October they were doing certain treats or they're doing certain things for a new restaurant opening, you're gonna wanna get in, mobile order your food for a later time so it's set, and have it ready for you. Mobile ordering is gonna save you so much time, it's gonna save you so much frustration, and you're not gonna have to stand in another line in order to eat. Now, a lot of people don't plan their days around eating, and if you're bringing your own food into Disneyland and not buying their food, that's 100% okay. But as long as you set time aside to make sure that everybody's eating, that's what's most important. Being hangry is a real thing. I have it, I've been diagnosed with it. It's a real disease. And you don't want to see that side of me if I get hangry. But if you are eating in the park and you are trying those foods, utilize mobile order. Get in line for another ride. Get off the ride, say I'm here, go pick up your drink while everybody is standing in line. Why stand in another line if you don't have to? There's no need for it. Download the app, check out mobile ordering, and use it your whole time in the park. It's gonna be your best friend. Tip number 5, when planning your Disney vacation, you might be going alone, or you can go with a couple, or you might be going with kids, but make sure you take time to see what's important to you or what's important to your group. Now, we've gone a couple of times throughout the year, and each time we've gone with a different group of people. We went with my little sister and her kids and my cousins, some of which have never been to Disneyland before, and they were on the younger scale. This last time we went with my cousins who have older kids into high school, and then before that it was just me and Shay. So every time we go, we prioritize something a little bit different. For the littles, it was obviously characters. They love seeing the Marvel characters. They love seeing Black Panther and Thor, and they love being in Avengers Campus and seeing Spider-Man, and having that interaction with them was big. They really enjoyed that. We went with my cousins and the high school kids. What they prioritized was rides and thrill rides. So they're not gonna wanna ride Nemo, and they're not gonna really wanna ride It's a Small World. They're gonna wanna ride Incredicoaster. They're gonna wanna ride the Matterhorn or Thunder Mountain or whatever it is. That's what they're prioritizing. When we went with me and Shay, we prioritized shows. We didn't really care too much if we rode every single ride. We didn't really care too much about characters, but we wanted to see the parade. We wanted to go check out the Lion King show. We wanted to check out some shops and things that we normally don't have time for. We slowed it down and made sure that was important to us. We rode the trolley down Main Street in Disneyland, which we have never done before. In Disneyland, you're not gonna be able to do everything. I mean, there could be a challenge out there to try everything and do everything in Disneyland in one day or in a couple of days, but there's no need to do everything because not everything is important to you or your group. So just make sure that ride what's important to you, watch what's important to you, eat what's important to you, do what's important to you. That's how you have the best Disney vacation. Here is a bonus tip to you. If you have little kids, and when I say little kids, I'm honestly saying 8 and younger, 7, 8 or younger, get a stroller. You are doing so much walking in Disneyland. You're doing 20,000 plus steps in a day in Disneyland. Those little legs get tired. You're gonna have to carry them along with your backpack full of snacks and treats and your drink and whatever else you bought in the store, and you're gonna be the one carrying them. Get a stroller. If you can't bring one with you, or you don't want to bring one with you, there are places that you can rent outside of Disney that will bring the stroller to your hotel, drop it off before you get there, and pick it up when you're done with it. It's easy. Costs you a little bit extra money, but it's a place to hold your bag underneath the stroller, a place to put your kid. Your kid can sleep in that stroller. And honestly, Shay loves it to hold a spot for the parade to make it a little bit wider, so that if people are riding rides and we need to save a spot, the stroller acts as a placeholder. So when they come, we can move it back and they can sit in front of it and nobody's in our little bubble. So that is a bonus tip to you. Overall, I hope you took something away from this video. I hope you got some tips. You took some tips to heart, and it's something that you're gonna do. But just take some time and plan a little bit more. Use the app, use mobile order. Don't stand in lines when you don't have to. Don't run around if you don't have to. Just enjoy it. The best part of your vacation shouldn't be the anticipation leading up to your vacation. It should be on your vacation. You're gonna be so much happier, and your vacation is gonna be that more memorable.